Hey, you guys, it's MJ from Alta Love. How are you? So, I'm going live again, feeling inspired to share with you guys. And I do this obviously for myself as well because I want to inspire myself as I get started on the editing for Alta Vegan Love. So, basically, I just want to share with some newbies what I do and what Alta Love is and where it comes from. Most of you that are here and that kind of stick around here are resonating on like a heart level of creation and manifestation. And I'm somebody who's been on like a guided path, you could say. I had spiritual awakenings when I was 19. I'm going to be turning 37 April 5th. And basically, the spiritual awakenings anchored in awareness of a paradigm shift on this planet. And it led to me publishing the book based on a sort of 15-year study and practical direct action of a kind of meditation and yoga journey. So after 10 years of yoga meditation and lots of reading of spiritual text and studying via YouTube channels, and then having obviously fairly miraculous series of events unfold in different transformational cycles, which led to me creating and publishing the Fearless Life Guide. And even the story of how the book came to manifestation is pretty miraculous and amazing, if I do say so myself. And at this point in my life, Alta Love is sort of guiding me in my creative endeavors. And I now like edit these videos and write this information and share, because I've been a vegetarian. I turned vegetarian when I was 11 or 12 even, kind of properly, and then was on and off vegan and have been vegan for pretty steadily, like 6 years now. And I recognize that this kind of movement is unfolding and more people are interested in it on a compassionate environmental level. And so these courses are worthy of sharing. I collaborated with Katie Finch and we created Zenful Zero Waste, which she's the teacher on that course. And then I obviously just launched Spirituality Simplified, which is getting nice feedback, positive feedback. And it's, again, my own deduction of yoga and meditation and its modern uses for pioneering this paradigm shift or really just living in new paradigm energies, which is, again, vibrating from a place of love. Hey there. And that's why we resonate, is that it's coming from a very pure intention and an empathic journey where we're beings who really feel the disparity on the planet, and through our own suffering are engaging in healing these wounds, or going through this experience of awakening, as we're calling it, so that we can pioneer a sort of a more harmonious way of life, and feel better in these bodies and feel better connecting to, hi Colleen, connecting to the earth, connecting to one another, and really living in a more sacred way, which it's very peculiar from that linear mindset, because this birthing, as it were, it's like ancient, it's timeless, it's in the now, it's totally divine and in our presence field, and yet there seems to be a sort of process that we want to share as we undergo it, because it's quite radical. It's quite a radical experience to embody these transformational energies. And so all of us have a function, i.e. like a purpose in being here. And our vessel and the way we endeavor to create here is ultimately in that eternal now, in that timelessness, because new paradigm in essence is our beingness rising up into this presence state of being, this sort of super consciousness aliveness, ascension, self-actualization state. So I'm kind of going roundabout to explain, I suppose, more about the All to Love mission, which is really just more of us endeavoring this transformational journey and living from a place of love and navigating a reset around the economy and the idea of a false economy, which oppresses the many and only sort of serves the few. And we, in our own bioresonance field, are endeavoring to harmonize that. So, All to Love as a new paradigm business is really like, the idea that no invisible shareholders are driving the company's directive for profit. So, really, responsible business is a new paradigm ventures are like a give back. And so we actually absolve the idea of charity because our whole entire civilization becomes one of benevolence, that really like our service to one another is to give back. It's not about hoarding wealth. It's not about playing mind games with each other and all of that kind of stuff. It comes from a place of unity, which again is the recognition that we are all one here, that we all are co-creating with the same energetic resources, and so we all deserve a fair playing field on this planet. And so any energetic stream in our own reality that doesn't feel like it's coming from that place, it's our responsibility to transform it. In the physical reality, that might mean certain conflicts we have to face or relationships we have to dissolve, and at the same time within our own container to really love it all. That's part of the teachings in the Fearless Life Guide, is like even the darkest, dark, we want to be able to love that too, because that's the way we heal from within the self all of our own shame, and our own denial. Ultimately, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? Hey, hey, John, Beanie, and Scott, how are you guys? Who's Sun Moon, right. Yeah, well, and I just felt inspired, uh right. John, yeah, I feel you. I had some emotion come through this morning, and again observing these old patterns, and then reflections that kind of help to affirm in the trust of that, like that we're uh that's reflected. I feel a shift. Someone else said something very similar, like energies have shifted again, and so there is this dynamic acceleration. I'm sure I was up before 2. I was up before 2 in the morning this morning, um, and then sharing by about 3, and then it's 7 in the morning, and I'm really John, that's happened to me before. Well, it happens regularly in timelessness, right? Um, so yeah, back to the share is, all to love these courses and the tribe, right, John? Um, being part of it is really just, it's sort of brand new. At the same time, from within my field, I'm like, this has been something kind of guided from the beyond, and I'm aware of that now, and I'm just like, wowzers. And watching this YouTube channel just naturally kind of grow and expand, like, I'm so thankful ultimately that there's people here and that there's people showing up, and it's like you couldn't it's like all divine timing. Is like living on the edge, as far as like the manifestation will show up just in the right time to encourage us to keep going. Um so yeah, so Alta Love now has these online products, and this is part of that freedom lifestyle, and from within myself in the most integral way possible. So, coming into this place of receivership and at the same time wanting to be as transparent as is possible, because so many of us have in very kind of core connected wounding around money and the economy. And yeah, and I'm just sharing with you as far as what my vision is for All to Love, in as far as like pioneering new paradigm communities and giving back to new paradigm projects and all of that. Yes, John. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that makes me feel so good. Benevolence coming in. Fantastic. So yeah, that brings me back to like today I'm going to start editing All to Vegan Love, and it just because the dominant, mostly I still have a lot of tutorials to film for the course for you guys and a fair bit to write. But so far what I've managed to film are a whole bunch of interviews. So in that regard, I'm super excited now to create a little promotional video about All to Vegan Love, which is going to give you a taster of like all these different amazing people who have basically their whole lives, like All to Love, their whole lives have been kind of guided by veganism and by compassionate living and wanting to live in harmony with their ethics and their compassionate heart. So all of it really aligns with All to Love and all of our kind of creative flow here, right? Um, so so yeah, that's what so this is me being responsible to myself and to you guys that today we're gonna get a promotional video done for All to Vegan Love, and then I'm gonna send a shout out, and I'll probably obviously be promoting it on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. If you're interested in veganism or any of the other online courses that have been launched and are coming out, there's 4 in total. The final one is Unplug for Freedom, and then I'm doing yoga and a talk at a festival called Wonderfields this summer, which I've been at every year since its beginning. So it's kind of like, again, aligned with All to Love and a grassroots movement. And there's actually a lovely little kind of lineup of fun activities this summer. So this is yeah, exciting years of change in manifestation for sure. And yeah, hopefully keep an eye out for All to Vegan Love promotional video. And if you guys haven't been to alltolove.com to subscribe, feel free to go there so that you get the first, you know, the first bite into the stuff that I'm launching. I don't have like a funnel or anything like that. It's all really still directed by my intuition, as far as like I just send shout outs as and when I'm guided to share. So I'm here for you in service to love and to the whole here, and I appreciate your guys' support like so much. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I would say it's fairly comfortable transitioning into veganism. And especially if it's pretty kind of gentle and you're aware of it already, you might just, and like your heart is open and you're doing this sort of emotional work. Wonderfields, check it out. Go to, I'm trying to think if it's, or message me, dude, message me and I'll put you to them. And, or I'm sure there's a way to come and just have fun. Yeah, it's fairly easy to transition once you're sort of committed. Sometimes some of the hard-hitting documentaries, if you haven't seen them all already, they might help you shift into veganism. Certainly, I mean, totally real free-range eggs, I'd say, you know, if you want to eat them, fair dues. No eggs, though, you say. And cheese. I tell you what, though, in fairness, at this point, the vegan cheeses are getting better. And the veganism in our culture, as far as new shops and products and restaurants, that's growing too. So you might find if you start trying some of the vegan cheeses, i.e. when you have a craving for that kind of food, which I do fairly regularly, then you can opt for the vegan stuff rather than the dairy stuff. Because hey, Omega. So yeah, if you're kind of wanting to do it, then just replace it and you'll probably not miss it. Usually, like our bodies, yeah, you usually won't miss the dairy at all. Awesome. And then it's just like any other kind of changes we make. We just have to be really self-aware and really listening to the body, and you're good to go. So yeah, keep an eye out for All to Vegan Love promo video, where hopefully, you know, keep it under the 2-minute mark or whatever, but give you some nice taste bites into these beautiful people all over the world who are just creating really cool things. Because Vegan Nights London is like a really rad kind of groovy, funky, evening to attend. I'm really looking forward to hitting it up again this summer. It'll be really busy, and and I want to see some of the guys Earthburger who they're going to feature in the course, and they've just opened, so hopefully they're going to be at Vegan Nights London sometime this summer. Anywho, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, that's fantastic. So I'll try to get not try. I am. I shall. I shall. I shall. I shall be getting that promo done today and putting it out on my channel later. So keep an eye out for that, and then subscribe to All to Love if you want to know more. So I think that's it. I just wanted to share the heart love vibration, you guys. And also like encourage and inspire myself to get this done. There's been yeah, I feel kind of relieved, actually. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like you're just the best. I love you guys. Have an awesome day. I'll speak to you later, okay? Peace out.